from Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, kind friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has offered up his pants and underwear as collateral to his bookie and is now jacking his boner off on a webcam to cover his bet. That's Jeff Clark.
It's a tough weekend for me in the PGA Championship.
And beaming to us from the trunk of Vin Diesel's car, the bearded, body-kitted booger eater known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Brah, brah. And you know what? I don't even mind that. But do you mean Vin Diesel or Dominic Toretto? Because after Fast X,
Aren't they the same guy?
I truly believe that Dominic Toretto represents the best of humanity.
He's all about family. So, I know we have to get into this later. You did a deep dive of rewatching every Fast and the Furious movie and then going to the theater to see Fast X. Did you keep a document so you could chart the amount of times Vin Diesel mentions family?
Okay. No, I didn't. But I will say that the jokes about it are a little unfounded because it's the Mandela effect. Is that the right word? Like
Mandela?
Nelson
Mandela?
Yeah.
No,
It is based
where,
on Nelson Mandela, though.
So it's the Mandela effect, like the Berenstein Bears versus the Berenstain.
Yeah, it was something where like a huge portion of the population believed that Nelson Mandela had died when he was still alive, so that's why they call it the Mandela effect.
Yes.
Because even I, having seen all the movies, thought it was something that was said constantly throughout all of them. But the most it was said was in part 6 when they go after Owen Shaw and find out Letty's still alive. I believe they said it 7 times in that movie. But it goes off the rails in 9. 9 it's said constantly. So it's like a Mandela effect that I just had the thought process that it was through all of them, but it was not. It starts in 9, and they don't let up in X, and they even add some variation of the phrase "I have faith," which is said almost as much as family.
Oh, so they can work like hey, they're also a little religious, wink, wink, for people that matters too.
Well, okay, so you remember in Fast 9, there's the scene where
I just remember them going to space.
There's a scene where they're like kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit, and Tyrese's character is like, how do we not ever get hurt? How does none of us ever die?
Yeah, I remember that.
And they're like making those jokes about being invincible.
Yeah.
So they use it in that way, kind of like they're about to do something fucking insane, and somebody goes, I have faith this'll work, or something like that. Like, it's fucking like, how far do you want to just lead off with it? Because I've got so much to say. I
could tell, but we don't want to fucking turn off, the whiners in the first 3 minutes of the show.
Okay. All right. I'll put it back in the bag.
But, we do have a lot to cover. It's busy. Busy show today. I am now current on Succession. Who wants to touch my grundle? Jeff, you're back on Twitter.
Yeah, I've broken out of Twitter jail. It was momentous. I cried.
Yeah, was
Play
there
the applause. Play the applause. That And I think life achievement. I think that is definitely a life achievement, undoing a perma ban.
Shuddy, you were producing the fuck out of the show today.
Yeah, what did you have?
Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to, Jeff. Somebody has to.
I think somebody just drank like 17 cold brews. Good luck finishing any
God,
sentences
Shuddy.
today.
I actually didn't. No. I had one cup of coffee this morning. I'm drinking some tea now.
And I'll bet you'll smoke some pot to mellow out eventually.
I have not done a significant amount of that today, so that's probably
Yeah, maybe you could
what it
balance
is.
out with like a little heroin.
You ever gonna play the fucking bite?
I don't know what it
The
fucking
button?
is.
Jesus Christ.
The achievement. I don't fucking know.
Sitting here with our thumbs in our asses.
Well, now that we have like 17 million pages and all these different drops, it's tough to keep track of them, especially because it's a really good soundboard app, except for the fact that you can't arrange things how you want them, which is a huge bummer. But hey, best option we got. So was there any sort of like, did somebody have to make contact with the Twitter world to be like, hey, it's a conservative outlet, and you're not supposed to ban those, remember?
Yeah, someone from Fox News had a touch base with Twitter. It reminds me of that time that I got out of a pretty bad, not pretty bad, but I got charged with property damage and fleeing the scene of an accident like 3 months before I moved to California.
Oh, shit.
Actually, probably 6 months before I moved to California. I know I told this story probably 10 years ago, but I'll tell it again maybe in a minute.
I'm familiar with charges like that as well, as that was something that I've gotten hit with.
Oh, jeez. And you know how brutal they can be. But no, I just the person who hired me connected with someone on Fox News's social media team, or one of the main producers in the social media team, asked them to help me. And she just asked me to fill out an appeal, send her the case ID number, and then 20 minutes later, my ban was lifted. It was fucking sick.
Yeah, that was kind of how I figured it had played out.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Seriously, it took her like maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And it's probably one of the easier things of her day, too. But
So,
I got denied 14 appeals at one point.
hey, 15 times the charm. Are you going to celebrate by drinking a little piss coffee?
Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I still have to consider that. I mean, I've thought about it and I hate it. But
At the end of the day, you're
I
just
gotta-
consuming something. It's not that bad.
That's
It's your own brand. Can't get too bummed about that. You made it.
I guess, yeah, those are the pros. The cons are it's piss. And I really like my coffee maker. I have an expensive one. I got a Ninja, dude.
Yeah, we'll get like a $20 fucking Target one. We'll use the Patreon funds, and then you just throw it right out.
I have one that brews hot and iced.
Jesus Christ.
Coffee?
Fancy
Yep.
motherfuckers.
Target, $55. It's a Mr. Coffee. It's fucking amazing.
I have a boner.
Shit. Kind of want that.
It's
I go
a
for a
game
nice coffee
changer.
maker.
Yeah, it comes with a tumbler that you just fill with ice and then you put it in, and it's legit. But I didn't mean to derail things. Back to you peeing in your coffee.
Technically, I'd only be peeing in the Mr. Coffee, not my actual coffee, but I'll have to be drinking piss brewed coffee. I don't know, man. I don't want to do that. That bums me out. To
It'll
think
burn.
About it.
It'll burn the germs out. Sterilize it.
I don't know. I can't co-sign false science like that urine has disinfecting properties.
No, I said like the heat boiling
Oh,
the liquid
Out of the urine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
it'll
chance that
actually
could happen.
it'll just make the water evaporate and then keep all the harmful stuff.
Yeah,
You're
they'll
trying to
Really?
kill Jeff.
Yeah, when
You're
you
trying to kill
after you
Jeff.
brew the coffee, when you look down into the little water chamber, They'll just be like a little bit of sand.
Kevin,
And that's
why
your-
can't you just be normal?
That's your piss crystals.
Why can't you be fucking normal?
What the fuck is normal done for anybody?
Trying to think of a punishment, and now we're on me drinking piss.
I thought we had settled on the making himself vomit thing.
Making
Yeah, that's
himself
way better
vomit?
than me drinking my own piss.
Eating bananas and chugging Sprite. Right? Isn't that what we...
See, I feel like that is if I were the one, like if these were the two punishments presented to me, I would drink piss coffee.
So then why are you trying to talk him out of the one you wouldn't want to do if he wants to do it?
Because I think it'll be funnier if Jeff
Because he just
drinks
lied.
piss coffee. Honestly,
'Cause he just
they
lied.
said a couple people went to the hospital doing that thing. No one's gone to the hospital for piss coffee.
Yeah, dude, people don't drink piss coffee. That's why, Kevin. There's no examples of that.
I drank piss. I've drank my own piss twice. Didn't do anything to me. It's made my breath.
Yeah, and
breath
not
pretty bad.
everybody that did the banana and Sprite went to the hospital. I'm sure you're an outlier of somebody that has not gotten sick.
Oh, come on.
We looked it up a couple of weeks ago, and it said that it's not good for you.
Who's drank their own piss and gone to the hospital because of it?
I mean, who's chugged Sprite after eating bananas and went to the hospital? It's not like you know anyone who did that.
This kid that made a
All
YouTube
right.
video about it.
Who has chugged piss when they've had nothing else wrong with them other than you? Like, if most people are drinking their urine, they're in a dehydration situation. So,
Well, there was that
You know.
boxer who would always drink. He would piss in his own mouth every morning because he said he didn't want to waste vitamins.
Yeah, Kevin's right about that. There was a boxer who drank his own piss. Forget who it was though. I think he fought Mayweather.
I think it was
Didn't win.
good old Piss Cojones. I think that was his name.
Yeah, one of the greatest Mexican welterweights ever.
Piss Cojones. We got to get Dom to make that for MSPH Wrestling.
Oh, that's a great MSPH wrestling character.
Have him fight the $11 trillion man.
He's got boxing gloves on.
Loser,
Cojones.
loser drinks the winner's piss.
Loser drinks the winner's piss coffee.
Oh man! Speaking of Dom, I know I've brought this up to you guys a couple of times, but just in case anybody in the Puminati missed out on it, Shuddy and Dom did a movie called Pocket Ninjas for What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? And Shuddy recorded just a snippet of it and put it on the MSPH Instagram. And I have not stopped thinking about it since. That is so fucking funny. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like, it's trying to be a Jackie Chan-esque scene, but it's like a little kid taunting a grown-up who dives at him, but he goes underneath the table and pops up on the other side, and the adult is like, what? Teleportation? And it just happens back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you have to see, the music is so fucking funny, the end of the clip is so fucking funny, and all I can picture is Dom like sitting on his couch watching it, just clapping, being like, yay! As like this fucking stupid little kid just keeps rolling underneath the table and tricking a bad guy to jump over it.
as I said in that post, that movie, Dom has that film scored higher than if you add his combined scores for The Matrix, Goodfellas, and
Fight Club. Yeah. Yeah.
And he even lowered his score on it after this second viewing, and it's
Oh, did
still
he?
higher. It's still higher than the three of them combined.
Oh, I gotta
It
see.
went from 4 dicks to 3.5 dicks.
Did he actually say something like, I remember this movie being a lot better?
No,
Or did you
he didn't.
just see the change of score?
No, we discussed it. He's like, it's not as good as I remember, but it's still very good.
It's not as good as I remember.
Yeah, God. If you need just like a little pick me up for the day, look at that post on our Instagram. It'll instantly make you happy. God damn it.
Tom is a great man.
He is. Yeah. Great American right there. Great Pennsylvanian.
So I went to Trader Joe's for the first time ever this weekend. He posted that on his Instagram.
Yeah, you got like a huge haul of like all the stuff we've mentioned in the past.
Dude, they have a new appetizer there. I get their like frozen apps. That's where I had the buffalo pastry thing that just melted
I'd
my
ask
mouth that
Kevin.
one
I'd
time.
ask Kevin to hit that button, but he'll never find it.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Parmesan poof.
But they have a new app. Beer. I almost called them cheese turds, but cheese curds. And they also have mozzarella sticks and ravioli, all three of which are bomb. But the cheese curds are new and they're fucking legendary.
Oh, I ate some deep fried cheese turds and some Parmesan.
I
poof.
almost said it. I had to like stop and think.
What's up, everybody?
Whoops. I almost started playing the long clip of the let's see what else. Oh my goodness, man, the fucking movie thing is, I will say
It's a
this.
little difficult.
It's
Your movie thing.
Yeah, my movie thing is filling me with a heaping Costco-sized serving of anxiety and panic and dread. So for anybody that's been keeping track at home, I was trying to partner up with a production company who were like, yeah, we'll get you the agreement next week. And 3 months of next week finally came. You know, I bounced the agreement to an entertainment lawyer. They were like, there's a lot of stuff missing. This needs a lot of work. So they drew up some stuff. I sent it back, and, you know, I didn't go to law school. I don't fucking speak lawyer. So somebody handed me a pamphlet of hieroglyphics, sent it to a guy. He sent back a different packet of hieroglyphics, and apparently that caused like a huge shitstorm, and just every back and forth just went further and further away.
Did you ever talk to your lawyer and ask him what he could have put in it that set them off so badly?
I know some stuff. It was like he put in some stuff about me having more ownership and stuff. And like, I have no idea what happened, but stuff immediately got super heated and contentious, and something didn't smell right to me. So I was just like, you know, I think it's best for everybody if we just go our own way.
Yeah, can I kind of give you my opinion before you tell any more of the story? I don't know how much more you're going to add. It's just based on everything you said, it felt like the lawyer sniffed out some bullshit and then they got really mad because of it.
It could
Like maybe
very,
he did
very
get
well
a little
could be.
aggressive, but I think at the end of the day, he was looking out for your best interest, and they
course.
were absolutely not.
Did you tell them you were getting a lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I know, and like,
because Jeff's point makes a lot of sense. Like maybe that they sent you this contract that highly favored them, thinking you were a fucking bumpkin who was just gonna sign it because you were desperate to have your first movie made.
yeah.
And then as soon as you got a lawyer involved, they're like, nope, we're not gonna get anything we want. So let's.
And there were some concessions I made that I knew were not in my best interest, but I was like, all right, I kind of expected to take a little bit of an anal thrashing. It's my first go around at this. I don't have any reps, so I know I'm not going to get. I have no leverage. I'm not going to get the best deal possible. But it just got to a point where I was just like, I can't. In good faith, I can't do this. And there was a part of me that was suspicious that like maybe it did drag out this long on purpose, so I would feel backed into a corner and rushed.
It was definitely, I think, part of it. They were definitely playing games.
So yeah, that has all fallen apart, and now it's basically the ball's in my court to sort of do this by just making position by position hires and building a team. And you know, with the The writer's strike is prepared to, they're thinking that's going to go on for a very long time, and SAG is voting to join them, and this is going to be a SAG project. So if SAG strikes, I'm fucked.
Well,
if we
are
start,
you going to like hold off until this is figured out?
well, the plan is to get all the ducks in a row, get everything ready to go, and see if we can wait until the last minute to sort of finalize certain things. But if news comes out tomorrow that SAG has voted to strike, the strike will go into effect. I don't know if it'll be June 1st, July 1st, August 1st. If it's August 1st, we'll be done. It'll be shot by then, and it'll be fine. If it's July 1st, gonna have to postpone. And it's just, I feel like making an indie movie yourself first time is stressful and fucking crazy, but adding the looming threat of strikes is adding so much more. I feel like I'm walking a fucking tightrope, and beneath me is a pit of alligators, and those alligators all have boners for some reason. And it's just like, I don't know. I've never needed my dad more in my life, and he's gone, and it fucking kills me. And it's just been so hard. Like, all that stuff weighing on me has been so fucking hard. Like, in an alternate universe, I could be making this, with my dad, and instead, I'm dedicating it to him. So it's I never went to business school, so I'm just trying to follow my gut on everything, and I'm filling out all this paperwork. I have no idea how to do. I had to go start a bank account this morning and link it to my LLC, and just it's fucking crazy because paperwork is called different shit in different states. So when you're Googling what you need to form a bank account, what, certain people need to sign off on permits and paperwork based on what you have, it's all called something different. It's a fucking nightmare, man. It's a nightmare. And I've had so much anxiety that I'm in like physical pain. I have these stabbing pains in my stomach that I can't get to go away. They're with me 24/7. I had like the gnarliest panic attack of my life. Last weekend, I had a migraine so bad I was laid up in bed for 5 hours. It was the day when we did the finale of Queef or No Queef, the season finale. Like, I could barely see straight. There was like my whole field of vision was just covered in fucking blinky lines. But it's on the the positive front. The people that have been able to people that have been able to put together think that we're still on course to start when we wanted to start shooting. The 3 of the 4 leads have been cast, including John Cooper, who is fucking stellar. It's insane. I never thought we would find somebody so close to what I had in my head, but dude's a fucking G. And it's at this point, it's just there's a million things that could go wrong that would torpedo this, but if they all go right, I'm feeling good.
Is it better for you to kind of be self-producing it now if the strike causes delays than if you were with a production company?
No, because in order to start shooting, I have to buy an insurance packet to cover the project. And if the strike happens while we're shooting, it will likely expire by the time we regroup and finish shooting, and I'll have to buy an additional insurance packet, which is going to cost a fortune, which is kind of why we're waiting to see how SAG votes. Because if they do, it's just like, fuck, all right, we'll lock in these locations, we'll lock in the actors and be like, look, once the strike is over, we'll just fucking immediately come firing out of the gate and make this. But, I lost 3 months jerking myself off with sandpaper over some fucking contract that never went anywhere. So that's a huge bummer.
But if you wouldn't have done that, do you think you'd have been making the movie already?
Yeah.
Do you think you would have had the
I thought you met people along the way that really are part of the project now and are kind of helping you out.
There are some people that weren't, related, that didn't work for that, production company. So they've been helping me. People have so many fucking connections when you work in film and stuff. So they're just like, yeah, I know a producer. I passed the script on to him, a couple months ago, loved it, immediately ready to jump on. So a lot of situations like that. But I mean, it's all the crew is coming together really, really quickly. There's only like a few missing pieces there. Only have to get one more lead cast and a handful of the small roles, and then locking in the locations. And then it's just, the only things that could really trip things up are the strike and administrative bullshit, depending on the processing times of all these things, It's pretty fucking stressful, but exciting at the same time. So I know I haven't given a ton of specific updates. That's where things lie. Shuddy. I was curious about something you sent us this weekend. You managed to run out of gas for the first time in your life?
Today, not this weekend.
Today?
Today, this morning.
How did you do that?
Have either of you ever run out of gas?
I have, but I don't really count it because it was in my father's car and the gas gauge is broken.
Same
so
thing.
Like you had to like pay attention to the odometer, and then he didn't like
that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, my first car was a maintenance vehicle that was like rotting away in a job site. My second vehicle was my great grandma's car when they forced her to stop driving, and my great grandma's car had an all digital from the 80s dashboard, and the gas gauge was perpetually full. So I ran out of gas on Route 206 in Jersey one time at like 3 a.m, and that was very fun.
Also doesn't really count. So you guys have shit your pants and I haven't, and I'm the only one that's legitimately let himself run out of gas.
I think you shit your pants.
I think I would prefer to run out of gas and shit my pants.
Oh,
really?
I'm fine being on that island by myself.
Okay.
Still not having shit my pants.
I think I would rather shit myself 5 times than run out of gas once.
So I was low on gas when in the work van. This wasn't even in my car. This was in the big acai van that I have. It's not a big van. I was saying big acai as the name. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. The conglomerate. I gotcha.
Yeah. It's their van that I was driving. But had to go down to the city for the 2 new stores that were opening, and got back into town on fumes, stopped at the gas station to get gas, and had forgot my wallet at home. So I couldn't.
Oh, no.
So I drove home. But I drove the last couple miles home, no problem. Didn't drive the van all weekend. Then was running late this morning and had to get to the warehouse so I could show the guys what they needed to deliver to one of the new stores. And I was like, I'll just get gas after I'm done at the warehouse. And when I went to leave, it wouldn't start. And then it did kind of start, and then it sputtered and died. And the gas situation at the warehouse, I ended up covered in gasoline.
Nice.
And then ended up even having to come home. I had to borrow a car. I had to borrow Sharon's car and come home, get our gas can and funnel, go back. I showered as soon as I got home. Like, I had to cancel appointments that I had for other things today because this had taken up all my morning. And I still stink like gasoline. because the gas tank can at the warehouse just leaked all over the place as I was trying to pour it into the van.
I hear
It was a
getting
disaster.
sprayed by a skunk covers up the smell of gasoline.
Well, I'm not going to do that.
What about maybe try drinking some piss coffee?
Kevin, you're a bad friend.
You're a bad
You're
human.
a bad friend.
Look, I'm coming.
You're listening-
I'm here throwing out solutions. What are you doing, Jeff? You're
not.
You're not throwing out solutions. How do you know? You
drinking... didn't try either of them.
Take the record permission back from him, Shuddy. Fuck this guy. Sit there and listen to his filmmaking blues, and then he shits on you about running out of gas. I've been there before, Shuddy. I've ran out of gas. I mean, not in the same way you did, but still, I know the feeling.
Does the warehouse kind of look like the warehouse in The Office? That's what I was picturing. Like Patrice O'Neill hooked you up with a gas can?
No. I mean, sort of. I don't know that the warehouse crew that we have is really that analogous to the warehouse crew from The Office, but
fair enough.
I'd say Willie is probably our version of the Craig Robinson character for sure.
Okay. Shout out to Willie.
Yeah.
Well, Shuddy, I hope you're not all the nicotine you're going to ingest for the rest of the day will be either in vape or chew form. I don't want to see you combust.
No, I mean, like it's like in my skin. Like I can smell it on my hand.
You like the smell of gas?
In small bursts, it doesn't. I kind of do. Like when you're at the gas station and you get a whiff of it, that's kind of pleasant. But smelling like it since 10 o'clock this morning is not pleasant. One of the things that they said to me today was that I smelled like a New Jersey gas station attendant.
Low blow, but fair and accurate, probably.
Nothing against them; they do the Lord's work.
I can't believe they haven't flipped that yet. You know,
I think this is completely just out of my ass explanation. But I think it has to do with how high insurance rates are in New Jersey and the additional insurance that a place would have to carry to let random idiots pump their own gas is probably cost prohibitive.
I mean, just the
in
fact
the company's
that
mind.
All the nincompoops in California are trusted to pump their own gas. It's like, I think Jersey can handle it. I spent 28 years there.
I
There's
think
some
it's
morons,
probably less expensive to pay somebody to man the pumps for hours than it is to pay for insurance. Again, completely, this is just me pulling shit out of thin air, just knowing how expensive insurance is in New Jersey. There is nothing that I have to support this theory other than just my own thought process. So nobody try and hold my feet to the fire. I don't know that it's factual.
Nobody shutting me, please.
Yep,
I
no
hate
fucking
that.
kangaroo court is necessary.
All right, well, go ahead, Jeff, sorry.
I was saying, my teacher said that in high school. My teacher said that the reason that New Jersey gas pump law exists is because some idiot drove off with the gas thing in their tank still, and like it caused like an explosion. The whole gas station blew up. I actually don't even believe that, but
it could have.
Well, that
happens. Trying to shit on New Jersey.
I mean, they've now designed those pumps with like a little linchpin disconnect thing. So if that does happen, it'll separate somewhere that won't blow up the whole fucking gas station.
New Jersey's the only state with this practice, right? This law.
No, there's like one or two others, I think.
Hold on, let's see.
Out of 50, that's not a lot.
I know. It's It's quite silly. I don't fucking get it. Well, while Shuddy's looking that up, what would you guys prefer to do next?
New Jersey is the only state in the U.S. that doesn't allow customers to pump their own gas.
Really? Because I could have sworn there was another one kind of nearby Jersey, like maybe Delaware or Maryland or something. Did they?
Delaware, I think, recently switched. One of them, there's one that recently switched, and it caused a fucking. It was like fucking. The idiots all had such a hard time. Let's see.
I'm afraid to start talking
Oregon
again.
is the only other state besides New Jersey with a full service law. However, Oregon's laws are far less strict and allow certain parts of the state to have self-service gas stations. So Oregon is both.
Oregon goes both ways.
We all knew that.
So what would you guys rather
We all
do
expected it.
next? Would you rather talk movies or do a little bit gamey thing?
I don't even think I have a movie to review. So if you want to just,
I mean, I
guess
know
you two want to bang out your movies.
I know
We can do the gamey thing.
bursting at the bits.
I am.
All right. You want to just talk about
I
your
do have a movie, but I can't
your
remember.
Vin Diesel family shit?
Yeah.
Family.
Wow, what a ride Fast X was. Let me tell you. And I didn't mean to come in so punny, but wow. Listen.
Firing on all cylinders.
I am not going to even sit here and attempt to tell you that it was a great movie. Because it was pretty corny. Like everything that wasn't a big action scene was just some sort of anecdotal narration kind of that just got you to the next action scene. But the action scenes were top notch, and Jason Momoa gives the performance of his career. The performance of his career. You could tell from the jump that he was just having fun, because he went from playing the really serious, really awful bad guy to being a gender fluid person.
He was androgynous in the movie?
He was androgynous in the movie. Abso-fucking-lutely.
But he's got a big ass beard.
Well, that's not gender specific, Kevin. Jesus Christ, you fucking bigot. Why don't you go right for Outkick?
I'm fucking asking questions here, you nincompoop.
He was handsy with ladies, but he was also, for lack of a better word, flamboyant at times.
He gave
flashy dresser.
Did he give Vin Diesel a cup check one too many times?
Did he play grab ass?
He's like, hey, you already checked if I was wearing a cup 30 seconds ago. We're family.
It just was the only word that can accurately describe Fast X, and for me, it was a great thing. Maybe for the general populace, it won't be. But if I had to sum up a review of Fast X in one word, the word would be zany.
Boner. Oh, zany.
Zany. This movie was fucking wacky as fuck.
Okay.
From the opening scene where the 9-year-old kid is drifting between light poles at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, that sounds pretty zany. Would
weird.
you, Shuddy Boy, because I know you also said you rewatched all of the Fast and Furious movies in order from the beginning. Would you describe any of the previous ones as zany?
No, because
interesting.
So I think in the scheme of things, after watching all of them from 1 through 9, not counting Hobbs and Shaw in 2 weeks, I think I would put Tokyo Drift and F9 as the 2 weakest in the saga.
Okay.
But I think Fast X wedges between those two, because they took Jacob Toretto, who was a real badass bad guy in the first one, and made him basically Peacemaker in Fast X.
Okay.
John Cena and Jason Momoa are more of the comic relief than Tyrese is.
And that is
Tyrese's
saying
role in
something.
this. Yeah. I mean, that guy throws out knee slappers in the Fast world.
So, like, they just John Cena is just one big walking like one. It's basically they just wrote the Peacemaker character into Fast X. But the action sequences were delightful and wacky and
I always
so
wrote
out of the realm of possibility that it's amazing.
I always wrote the Fast series off as just like mindless street racing, stupid bullshit until I, against my will, watched one of them. I can't remember if it was like 5 or 6, but I watched one of them and I was like, okay, this is as stupid as I thought it would be. But I am having fun at this just preposterous, over-the-top, ridiculous action. Like, it's so fucking stupid, but it's still like, I don't know, I feel like I was Dom watching that scene in Pocket Ninjas. I'm sitting on the couch going like, yay! Yay!
That's exactly that is exactly it. These are 100% popcorn movies. You're not going for some, a Scorsese or anything like that. You're not going to get something that's going to have any legitimate Oscar chances at anything except maybe sound editing or effects. But it was a lot of fun. I think I'd put this at I'd give it's 3.5 dicks.
All right, that's fair.
It ends on multiple cliffhangers.
I have heard that. I've heard that rumor. I hear there might be a post-credit scene cameo.
There is, which is the second cliffhanger it ends on. Jason Statham has a little cameo in it. Helen Mirren kills it as always with her little cameo as Mama Shaw.
Mama Shaw.
Whose mom is she?
She's Jason Statham's
Statham.
character and
Right.
Owen Shaw's mom.
I forgot. Is Jason Statham still in the movies?
Statham.
Yeah, I just said he had a small cameo.
Okay, sorry.
Brian is missing throughout all of it, and they mention him, but nobody once says why he's not around.
I did hear that as well. Shuddy, after having such a fast and furious couple of weeks, I guess, do you think
2 weeks.
Do you think Dominic Toretto would be ashamed of you for running out of gas?
Yeah. Oh, he would.
I let him down.
As he says, it's not the car that makes the driver, it's the driver that makes the car, and I was not at my best today. And as I said in the Easter egg, after seeing Fast X, Dominic Toretto is an amalgamation of all the best of humanity compiled into one person.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. I bet you Dominic Toretto would have voted for Donald Trump.
As somebody who's half Mexican, I don't believe that is the case.
I never knew you were half Mexican.
No, not me.
Oh, all right.
Dominic Toretto is half Mexican, which they sort of allude to in F9 and lean fully into at the beginning of Fast X.
Yeah, I feel like
Where he's wearing a sombrero.
in the first
all of a sudden,
I feel like in the first installment he was like just full blown Italian,
yeah,
and in
exactly.
this one he comes out in like a poncho and sombrero, shaking maracas, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, you seem a little different than last year, Dom."
Yeah, yeah, like
We're in touch
There's
with the
full
Hispanic
on-
side.
there's full on his at the opening barbecue. Their abuela is there.
Mm.
And so it's just it takes you through all the emotions. It's just,
Are you excited
I
to give
will
this
say,
a
though,
rewatch in the future?
yeah, because like I said, it was wild. The movie was just fucking wild.
And better than 9, you said, right? Or not better
No,
than
I
9?
think it's worse than 9. I think 9 is better.
And you are on the record as of like 5 minutes ago saying 9 is very stupid.
I didn't say that it was very stupid. I said it was the weakest other than Tokyo Drift. Don't fucking twist my words into saying
I think I
something that
remember you
didn't.
saying it was a flaming stupid piece of shit.
No, that was Pocket Ninjas.
Oh.
You're confusing them.
My mistake,
You're
my mistake.
confusing them. You're confusing them. 3.5 dicks, but I recommend everybody stop what they're doing right now, hit pause, go see it, and then come back and finish us.
Yeah, stop everything you're doing to go watch a middle of the road 3.5 dicker movie.
And just have fun. Just let yourself detach from reality for a little while and just look
Have
at what
some faith.
could be. Look at what could be. Yeah. Have faith that you'll have a good time.
Have faith and go with your family.
Go with your family and have some faith.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the precision driving of Dominic Toretto is something to be admired through every step of the movie.
It's all fucking CG at this point, right?
Yeah, I think.
No, I think it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, F you, Jeff, with your contrarian. Yeah. Always got
I
to
was
come
hoping
at
to
me.
get it off before Shuddy said, yeah. It is.
I mean, it's a combination CG and practical. Like, I really don't think they were speeding down the streets of Rome chasing a giant rolling bomb. The bomb might have been at least be the CG part.
Yeah, it seems like that's a reoccurring thing. They like to have something gigantic rolling down the street. Like they dragged a giant safe in one of them, I remember. That was ping-ponging around and destroying everything in its path. I think there was a wrecking ball at one point.
This isn't a spoiler. This franchise loves retconning stuff. Like, they are the retcon champions out of all media, because at the very first scene of the movie that you see is the scene from Fast and Furious 5 when they steal the safe.
Oh.
Right? That's fat.
I don't know.
Is that Fast 5?
You're the one that just
I
watched
get
them
them all
all.
mixed up.
I know.
honestly.
I just watched them all and I still can't remember. But it's that scene, and you find out that Jason Momoa is the son of the guy they stole the safe from. Out for revenge.
Yeah.
So like it's
makes
just
sense.
everything is fucking retcon. Like, and then it literally, the movie ends on 3 different storyline cliffhangers.
Oh God!
Well, I hope MSPH keeps chugging along long enough for you to review the rest of this trilogy, Shuddy Boy.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
It's not necessarily that new of a movie, but it is from this year, and it is new to rental. Did either of you guys did it ever make it to your radar, the movie called 65?
No.
No.
It's Adam Driver fighting dinosaurs with a laser gun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I heard that.
Where
Well, my brother hyped that up for me when he saw the trailer and said it could be pretty good, but I guess that it didn't get a good reviews.
I'm pretty sure it got trashed pretty thoroughly by critics and viewers alike. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to the theater this weekend, and I knew there's no way I'm convincing Carl to go see a Fast and the Furious movie, so I'm going to have to see that like during the week by myself. But
I think this is one that it's worth fighting that battle for.
no, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
I think
Shuddy Boy, there are so many
think-
movies I have to fight for. I am not going to have that thrown in my face next time I angle for a movie. Like, you made me sit through that
blame
fucking
me.
Fast Act.
Be like, Carl, Shuddy says he thinks you would really like this.
She can't separate that. It still came from me.
Well, Text me your phone number. I'll reach out.
I'm not going in
I'll
the
take
fucking.
care of this
I'm not
for
going
you.
in the movie Doghouse for fucking Dominic Toretto, Shuddy boy. I'm sorry.
Have some faith. Shuddy's
Yeah.
pretty much like family to you.
But so I was like, all right, well, I can rent one of these new things that just hit Prime. I like Adam Driver. I like dinosaurs. I like sci-fi. I have a penchant for stupid. Yeah, maybe this will ring more with me than it did other people. And it does have cool sci-fi shit. If you like Adam Driver, he is very good in it. He does act his balls off. It's just a very, very thin story. Like I feel like Jurassic Park did the coolest dinosaur action you can probably ever get. And they keep making more of them, and they can't get that action back. It's still just like, yeah, you did it way better in 1 and 2. Even though some people don't like The Lost World. I think it's a pretty cool movie. But like it's hard. It's hard when there's already this established, long-running, multi-entried franchise already dominating dinosaur carnage. So I was like, all right, maybe you throw a fucking ray gun in Adam Driver's hands and it's cool again. They could have done more. They could have done more. Like
Need some nudity? Any nudity?
No dino penises.
There was a girl in it though, right?
Yeah, but she's a little kid.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right.
And you don't see Adam Driver's buttocks or penis or his grundle.
Oh, no, there's a kid present.
Well, they separate here and there, but the
Why would you
coolest-
want to see his buttocks or his panus? Kevin?
What about his grundle? I don't know. Kind of
But
want to
why
see
would you want to see them?
see if he's packing heat
See
or
what he's
not.
working with, you know?
Yeah, I like to size up the competition, Shuddy boy. You don't peek at the urinal at a Phillies game.
Not
I
typically.
walk past every urinal before I go into the one that I want.
Oh, nice hog. I'm not pissing next to this guy. But like there is a cool thing that might be kind of spoilery, but I mean it's fucking Adam Driver dinosaur movie. Who cares? And this is something you'll really like, Jeff. Out of nowhere, after running from dinosaurs, getting his ass kicked. So the whole point of the story is he's an alien from an alien planet that's very advanced. They have inner space travel mastered and all that. And while he's traveling from one planet to another, his ship gets damaged, crash lands on an uncharted planet that turns out to be Earth, 65 million years in the past. And in the last act of the movie, he looks up and sees a big asteroid in the sky, a big meteor, if you will. And he pulls out his little iPad thing and scans it, and the robot voice is like, "Oh, that is trouble. Planetary destruction imminent." So then it sort of adds this whole new urgency to the story. And I think if they did that earlier on, like towards the beginning of him crashing, so the stakes are higher from the beginning, you kind of give more of a shit about it. And then as he's fighting dinosaurs and stuff, there's pieces of it, the meteor or asteroid fucking burning across the sky and crashing into places next to him. That stuff was all really cool. And you do get a very, very gross and gruesome T-Rex kill at the end that I very much appreciated. Like, you usually see violence inflicted on the humans, but there's a T-Rex that gets killed in a fucking pretty nasty way.
Oh, the T-Rex gets murdered.
Yeah, and it's fucking cool.
Oh.
I won't explain it in case that sweetens the pot for anybody.
Out here advocating for animal cruelty.
They're not animals. They're extinct. It's chill. But yeah, 65, I don't know. It was honestly on track to be a 2.5 dicker until they introduced the, extinction event, meteor, asteroid, and then the cool dino kill. So 3 dicker.
Nice, dude.
Watch at your own risk. And Jeff, you don't remember what you watched?
No, I don't think I got out to I didn't think I saw anything new this weekend. I went to just watched mostly sports, but I did check out the Beach Cities Long Beach Festival on Broadway.
Nice.
Ran all the way down Broadway, a bunch of food vendors, a bunch of just local businesses
Yeah, I saw on
outdoors.
your Instagram story there was like live music and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, there was live music, stages for live music at two different ends of this thing. One on Cherry and then the other down the street from my place. But the one on Cherry was just pretty much all LGBT stuff, gay pride stuff,
Yeah.
which is weird because
Isn't it
I
Pride?
live in the gayer neighborhood. I figured the gayer stuff would be down by me, but I don't know, whatever. And yeah, I posted something on Instagram of like some drag queen doing some like live karaoke thing and just dancing his or her ass off. It's pretty crazy. They had some sick food vendors. Though. I did get some pretty
Nice.
good food. I got a peach cobbler flavored banana pudding. That was bomb.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, peach banana pudding.
Me and my brother got a little mama roll too, and she was a good girl the whole time. It was a long walk for her on the heat. She was really laboring, but she made it through. We got a Fruity Pebbles ice cream cookie sandwich. And it
It's
had like confetti
bar
cookies with like ice cream with like Fruity Pebbles in it.
Oh,
That was bomb.
that sounds pretty fucking good.
Yeah, we also there's a Thai Mexican truck. We hit that up. Got some tacos. Got a crispy pork taco, chicken satay taco, and a garlic shrimp taco. That was all bomb. It was a good time. They near the Cherry side of the performances, the LGBT performances, they have like a bar and you can get drinks. And we went over there to get drinks, and they were like, "No, it's for VIP only." And usually when I'm in that situation, I ask like, "Well, how does someone get VIP?" But I was like, I just like collected myself. I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool." Just like left.
How often does that happen though, where you're in a scenario and you want to go there and they're like, "Sorry, VIPs only."
What do you mean? Like to me personally, or are you just saying like generally what's going on?
Like in general, I feel like that's a strange thing for a festival. You know, like food, drinks, music. Like, oh, I'm like if we went to the 626 night market and we tried to go anywhere and they were like, "Sorry, VIPs only," it'd be like, "Do you know what we and MSPH have done for the 626 night market as a whole? You're gonna pull that bullshit? We are the Vest of the IPs. Let us in."
Yeah, like 5% of the people that are here are because of the Puminati.
Yeah, and you still charged us
fucking-
entry. We paid. We
fucking
paid for
bullshit.
tickets.
Dude, there was mad tables, and there was like 4 people in the VIP section.
And they wouldn't let you in.
What the fuck? Nah. I could have asked. I could have, poked a little bit more, but I was like, I don't really care how someone becomes VIP here. I'm good. I'll just keep going.
You think you
then
might
it's
have to, make out with a dude? Is that what you were implying?
That is kind of what I was implying.
Yeah. Prove
Also,
you're
I'm not
one of us. Prove you're not a narc. Make out with this guy.
Would you suck a dick to come into the VIP section?
That's pretty much what I answered in my own head when I walked away. I was like, how crazy could this get? You know what? I don't even want to find out because I'm not willing to get crazy to get VIP.
I'm gonna put my dick in.
I mean, it's just so annoying. You got all these open tables. Like, it's VIP. It's not like I would assume you had to pay for the drinks. If you didn't have to pay for the drinks, then fuck me. It's a completely different conversation. Like, if that's included in the VIP, like, hey, all right, fair enough, whatever.
Yeah.
But I figured, like, all right, so I'm going to have to do something to get into VIP, whether I pay for something or what, and then I have to pay for drinks. Like, fuck that. I just want to, like, a margarita, chill around, see all the non-binary people, and hang out with little mama, and then be on my way. I'm not trying to fucking jump through hoops to get a Marge,
Yeah. I'm not filling out any paperwork. Fuck that, buddy.
As far as movies,
I did
think I have
have to
anything to
just
review.
consult with my Letterboxd to remember what I rated 65, and I saw that 2 of the Puminati that I follow gave it a higher score than me. Blorp, who gave it a 3.5 dino dicks, and Pudini, the great Pudini, who declared it a five-dicker. A five-dicker,
Wow.
65. I will say,
He really likes his dinosaurs.
Pudini
has
he's a great
movie
follow.
taste like Dom. I would
does.
say.
I really enjoy following Pudini on Letterboxd. He also rated Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, 4.5 dicks.
It's really called Blood and Honey.
Yeah, because
it's that fake horror. It's that horror movie.
Yeah, after Winnie the Pooh became public domain, they made an R-rated slasher where Winnie the Pooh murders people. But
Yeah.
he gave 2018's Death Toilet a half a dick. So that's the fun of following Pudini. Sometimes you see those Dominic-esque Death Toilet movies pop up every now and then.
Why was it called 65?
Because
it's 65 million years in the past.
All right, fair enough. So you can't have something that close to 69. Just, it makes the title wonky. And
they just served it up for Brazzers to do a porn parody called 69 where someone's like in a dinosaur costume with a dick hanging out of it and someone 69's them.
Of course.
Roar!
The fucking T-Rex and his stepsister 69. I saw a caption on Reddit, and it was just a smoke show, absolute smoke show, black chick. And the caption was, "I have sex with my son daily in the shower." It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, what?
I used to do a thing where, and I'm convinced.
And I clicked on it.
I'm convinced they only did this because they were trying to maybe get as many words in there to hit searches. But I wrote down two of these, and I still have them in my my phone notes from over a year ago. These are two list titles of a porn movie on X videos or whatever. Our church pastor took my mom into an incomplete building pretending to deliver her from an evil spirit, only to bring out his big black cock and fucked my mom mercilessly, and I caught them and I joined in. That's one movie,
Oh my God.
one video, and this other one says, 18-year-old man from the United States tells me that he is a virgin and wants to lose his virginity with a Mexican, and I show him my stepsister, and they fall in love and end up together, and it is a happy ending for all.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
I'm probably more likely to click on the first one.
Yeah.
It's just too wordy. I might not even get to the part of where it says, and then I join them.
Are these foreign pornos?
I didn't click them. I was just scrolling and then saw them, and I was like,
Could it just be something where the actual title is a lot shorter, but when you translate it into English to something that translates, it's those ridiculously wordy?
I don't know how these porn hubs
Kevin,
work.
You are far too unemployed to not click on one of those links. How dare you?
How dare you? Thanks to the Puminati, I'm officially part-time employed.
It's true, but I'm sure the Puminati would have liked you to do a deeper dive on those links.
I mean, it was well over a year ago that I saw those, and it's been months since I still haven't watched porn in months. So
just copy and paste whatever you put in your note into Google Chrome.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah, I'm always looking for spank bank material. I'll check it out.
All right, well, we got something big to do, and I think we should kick it off. Right?
Yeah. I'm ready if you're ready.
Jeff, this was a suggestion you made, I think, on last week's show, right?
Absolutely.
And you are our bracket master and have put it together.
Yeah, I did a weapons bracket. Now, the title of the bracket that I sent you guys is martial arts weapons. It's not technically martial arts. I have 3 different regions. When I started making the bracket, I started with martial arts weapons. And then when I figured out the regions, I didn't want to change the title because by changing the title, I'd have to restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it really wouldn't have been that big of a deal. I just didn't feel like doing it.
Yeah, it's fine.
And no one's seeing the bracket.
Yeah,
so
we know what you were going for.
Okay, so the 4 regions that I got are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle regions, the Projectile regions, the Medieval Times region, and the Mortal Kombat region.
Fuck yeah.
So we'll start with the first region, which is pretty self-explanatory, but I got the 1 seed being the katana, which is Leonardo's weapon, versus the 4 seed, the bow staff, which is Donatello's weapon. I actually just thought Leonardo had like a sword. Like I thought that's what it was called. Was it called the katana
Yes.
in the cartoons the whole time?
Yeah.
Correct.
I had so many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys, action figures,
Yeah.
video games, and
You always just called it.
I don't remember that. I don't ever remember that.
Oh, I want to play as Leo. I like his knife.
Like I knew Michelangelo had the nunchucks and Raphael had the size.
Yeah.
Donatello had I just
So-
thought it was like a stick.
My question before we start, making our points and voting, is this the best? Are we going for the coolest weapon, the weapon we would most like to use to take on enemies, or just an average of all the columns? Because there's a lot of different ways you can look at this.
Just how you feel about it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you got to go into battle. What you wouldn't be embarrassed walking around in public with. Like if you're walking around with I don't know, it's to each their own. But if you're walking around with a bow staff, you kind of look like a homeless dude. But you
Yeah.
don't look like a badass. Well, whatever.
But in the Ninja Turtle video games, I would always play as Donatello because the reach of the bow staff was awesome.
That's fair. I think I was too young and maybe too dumb to even realize that. Like I said, I had so many Ninja Turtle toys, and my father once took me out of school, like picked me up from school, got me out early because we had like a mouse in our apartment, our Virginia apartment, and I think he just wanted someone to hang out with while he set up traps. So he got me, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna kill this mouse." So I went to my room.
Oh my God.
And I got every fucking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toy weapon and put them like all in my pants and just went out like armed. Like I had like
So you could go kill Master Splinter?
Yeah.
What a son of a bitch. You're a bad Ninja Turtle.
Well, I mean, Master Splinter's supposed to be outside, not supposed to be in the fucking house. I don't know what you want me to say. Anyways, Katana, 1 seed versus the bow staff. Katana, that sword. I spent way too much time looking at medieval weapons, ninja weapons, like old Asian weapons.
Yeah.
And I actually think this is the 1 seed of the entire bracket. Like the katana is so fucking cool. It's the coolest sword too.
Yeah. And as somebody who watches a lot of samurai movies, they're fucking dope.
I always thought, is that the main sword of a samurai? Because I think that's the main sword of a ninja.
Yes.
It might be both.
I thought samurai's sword was like a different thing. I thought it was like bigger, almost like in the style of a machete.
Well, I think katana is a Japanese word.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't even know if it translates to sword, but
I didn't even know ninjas were specific to Japan until I did this. Guess they're a feudal Japan thing, but I'm going katana, obviously. Kevin, you still sticking with your reach idea?
No, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, again, it also depends on the hands of the user. Like, if bow staff has reach, but if somebody with a sword came at me that knew what they were doing, they would probably immediately eliminate that reach and chop my bow staff in half, and then me in half next. So I think I do like the bow staff, but I think I would probably go with the katana as well.
Counterpoint though, if someone, and this is going to come up when I talk about another weapon, I think it's in the medieval times region, but if they if they cut the bow staff in half, then you have two bow staffs maybe.
That's true. They're smaller, but you could do you could really ring somebody's bell with a ding-a-da-dang-a-da-ding-a-da-dang-a-da.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still got to be the
I don't
katana.
know. Yeah, the katana is just too cool to pass up on. All right. The 2 seed nunchucks versus the 3 seed, the size, both of which I actually think are pretty cool.
The nunchucks
are my favorite.
you have written as nunchaku.
Yeah, I copied and pasted that from the Wikipedia.
Yeah, nunchaku.
Yeah, nunchucks, I guess, are the Americanized version of nunchaku.
It's almost like nougatos.
They were made famous by, of course, Michelangelo and then Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon and John Wick recently.
Yeah.
He used nunchucks.
It's fucking cool. If you can use them, they're so fucking cool looking. Like just the spinning them around real quick. I have messed around with nunchucks in the past. With that in the last few years recently. Definitely, hit myself in the nuts. I feel like you're going to get a lot of bumps and bruises learning how to use them. But, I don't know, I always thought the size were kind of dumb. Like, I get that, with the main long, pointy, flanked by 2 almost curved pointies. So if somebody strikes at you with a katana, you can sort of catch it in one of the side pockets of the sai.
Yeah.
And then maybe do another stab with your second one.
Or you can disarm them. Maybe I don't know how quick you are with it, twist it and it comes out of their hand.
Yeah. If somebody was throwing me into a death match and those were the options, I would probably take the sai. Because I'm like, all right, I don't have time to learn swinging these things around and not hitting myself in the nuts. I need 3 stabbies in each hand. But
okay, so you're talking about yourself now, which makes sense.
But
I'm going the nunchucks.
Yeah, nunchucks.
Raphael was always my least favorite Ninja Turtle. I think they're the lamest weapon. They're the shortest reach, the hardest character to play with in any of the games.
I agree. It's a solid point.
A sai is a defensive weapon, and I am an offensive type person.
What a lean and exquisite breakdown. Well done, Shuddy. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm also taking nunchucks.
Yeah, nunchucks in the right hands are some of the coolest things you could ever fucking see.
That's kind of what I default to do.
Yeah.
Seeing someone do nunchucks is so fucking cool. And my father, when he went on some work trip, which now that I think about it, it could not have been a work trip because it was while I was working for Applebee's. And he went to Tijuana with a few of his coworkers. It's like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a work trip. But anyways, a lot of these weapons specifically are illegal in New York. We're going to talk about one of them in the next region. And nunchucks, I think, is another one that's illegal in New York.
Yeah, so but I could have sworn that they maybe reversed that recently and allowed nunchucks.
Not to keep talking about this fucking stupid ass goddamn movie, but there is one of those training montages of the bad guys in Pocket Ninjas doing nunchucks badly and hitting themselves in the head and not able to control them at all.
Dude, I think maybe I have the Mandela effect for myself, but I think I got pretty nasty at the nunchucks when I was practicing them with them when I was 12. I definitely lumped myself up, but that's part of learning. And I'll tell you what, if you can cause damage to yourself, you can learn a lot faster out of just necessity.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We'll circle back to the Elite Eight of this side of the bracket, but moving along to the projectiles region, I went 1 seed Ninja Stars, which were the other thing that my father bought for me when he was in Tijuana on a work trip in Tijuana for Applebee's. And I think they're fucking cool. I threw them against my wall and into my wall when my parents were out on
Of course.
out to work, and I had just had to see like could I fuck someone up, and you 100% could fuck someone up with one of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I think they're cool.
If Quakertown Farmers Market was open today, I could leave you guys right now and be home within 20 minutes with Ninja Stars.
Damn it, that is sick. How do you not have ninja stars? Look at all the shit you have behind you. You need to get ninja stars.
You know what? I don't know where they are, but I actually do have Batarang Ninja Stars.
What's that mean?
I have like Batman's Batarangs.
I see.
I have Batarangs that have sharp edges.
Are those okay? So the four seeds of boomerang, are those like a ninja star boomerang like blend hybrid?
No, there's different Batarangs. There's the non Ninja Star Batarangs that do return to Batman and are like a boomerang, and that's how it started with the Batarang name. But as he's progressed, they've just become thrown projectiles.
Yeah. And I mean, the boomerangs are cool in Legend of Zelda, but in real life practicality, I actually did have a boomerang when I was a kid and got to the point where I could throw it and have it kind of come back. Like maybe once or twice
That's
it
the
actually
problem.
came back and I caught it.
Oh, I don't think I've ever thrown a boomerang and got it to come back to me where I didn't have to go chasing it to catch it.
But if you miss catching it and it hits you in the face, that is fucking you up.
Yeah, dude. I think I had a boomerang as well, and I think I caught it once or twice. They're hard. It takes a specific throwing motion to get it done.
There are very few things that if you catch it with your face don't hurt a lot, Kevin. Like
Nerf bullets, ice cream cones. There's a few.
Who's throwing fucking ice cream cones at you?
Pissed off back at Baskin Robbins employees? I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin's acting like an asshole when the Cold Stone people are trying to sing their song.
Stop singing! Sir, get the fuck out of here. I'm throwing Birthday Cake Remix right in your face.
You want some cake batter right in your grill, motherfucker? You better get out of here.
I think my Uncle Rob got pretty good with boomerangs at one point, and like he could throw it and it would sail like really far away, and it would come back to him, and he could catch it. I don't know, maybe 50% of the time. But as far as a weapon, if you actually strike somebody with it, it's falling on the fucking ground at their feet. Now they have a weapon. It only
boomerang or whatever.
Yeah, it only comes back to you if it hits nothing.
That's true. Yeah, you almost don't want it to come back to you.
Ninja stars, however, are fucking cool. You can like keep a whole bunch of them in your ninja pockets so you have a nice arsenal. You can even get good enough where you can throw like 2 or 3 at a time and just like, fra, one throw, and it's like ding, ding, ding. And
all right.
I will say this too. I feel like there is a very, very quick learning curve with ninja stars. Like, I feel like at most point in your early mid-teens, if you're a dude at least, one of your friends or you got your hands on ninja stars. You went into the woods, you chucked them, and they pretty much stuck every time. And if they didn't, you were a stupid pussy. They're kind of foolproof. It's a circle of fucking sticky things. You whip it, it's going to stick.
What if you miss, though, everything? I mean, that doesn't necessarily make you a pussy, does it?
The one thing that well, it
only
does
if you hit it and
then
it bounces back.
Throw. No, you're definitely a pussy if you miss. You're more of a pussy if you miss than if it bounces back.
I disagree. I think you're more of a pussy if it bounces back.
I agree.
I mean, there can be an errant throw as long as you have good velocity and you really get into one. Like, I can respect it, but if it bounces off the tree, it's like, oh man, you feel like a bitch, dog.
Yeah, because if you hit a human with that and it just bounces off and falls at their feet, you might as well just like surrender.
But I don't think if you hit a human with it, even it's gonna bounce off.
If you throw like a pussy, it will.
That's true.
So I
Well
vote
said,
I
Kevin.
vote Ninja Stars.
Yeah.
I also vote Ninja Stars over the Boomerang.
All right. The second and three seeds in the projectiles region. Number two seeds a bow and arrow, not a crossbow, because I feel like crossbow is kind of cheating and unfair,
I
right?
agree.
You can load like three into them and you got a trigger. Like these things, you're making a tactical and strategic decision that you're a fucking bow and arrow guy. You almost can't even have another weapon. I mean, you
You
can have a
mean
sword
Archer?
on you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or Hawkeye, Jeremy
No,
Renner.
no. An archer is somebody who shoots
No, I know that,
arrows.
but Hawkeye
But yes,
is
Hawkeye.
yeah. Um, as Kevin, I feel like you would have been on like an archery date. Have you taken Carl to an archery date?
No.
You guys have done axe throwing though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did axe throwing. That was pretty fucking cool. I enjoyed that. I would like to try bow and arrow. I did a little bit of it when I was in Wyoming for my sister's wedding, and I was halfway decent. I hit a few of the targets. That was cool. But rope darts, that's like,
That's the scorpion weapon.
yeah,
Three
scorpions.
seed.
So it's like a little kunai blade with rope tied around the hook the hoop, and I guess so. The practical use, non-Mortal Kombat use of it. I'm guessing if you threw that and it stabbed somebody in the chest, and you pulled the rope, you're just getting your blade back. You're not tugging that guy over for an uppercut or a fatality.
No, I mean you have to
Yes.
throw it really hard.
Yeah. So if we go back to Nunchaku versus Sai, if you're really, really good with rope darts, like, I don't know, almost like Donnie Yen in those kung fu movies where he uses a lot of different weapons, where you can almost like swing the rope with the blade at the end of it and like slice somebody, or that like swing it around, drop it at your feet, kick it, and then it sends the blade sailing and stab somebody in the throat. That's kind of cooler than dispatching somebody with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, I think it's cooler too. I watched someone on YouTube do like a rope darts training session. He was pretty sick with it. He was like knocking like bottles off a post and shit like that, just like target practice. He was like kicking it with his feet sometimes and different like throwing motions. Like, oh man, this guy's I don't want to fuck with this dude.
So what would you
He's not
fear
like
more in a skilled archer or a skilled rope darts guy coming after you? Bow and arrow's got better range,
yeah.
And more velocity.
but if you're in closer combat, spinning the rope dart, like twirling it like a lasso, that's a lot of attacks coming at you at once and a lot of slices.
Just feel like archery and the archers are just kind of bitches. I don't have a lot of like intellect behind this opinion or this decision, but I'm going rope darts. I just think archers are bitches. I do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm
Shuddy-
also going rope dart.
Okay, cool. Nobody here is Team Katniss.
First, first upset we've had. All right, going to the other side, the medieval times region, which, dude, I've been thinking about this movie a lot recently. Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, one of the more underrated fucking comedies ever. The medieval times scene is honestly one of the funniest fucking scenes in movie history. Andy Dick is like, get on the horse, buddy. I don't think he's fucking around. Dude, I love that shit.
I have to give that a
Um,
rewatch.
Oh, when's the last time you've seen it?
Not since it first came out.
I'm so jealous of you, man. Like, I wish I could kind of rewatch that for the first time. I almost feel like I could quote the entire movie.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
God damn it. God damn it. Treat yourself tonight, Kevin. Cable
Okay.
Guy. And anyone listening who hasn't seen it or hasn't seen it in a while, I think it's Jim Carrey's like most underrated movie. It's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. Anyways, the 1 seed is the Morning Star Mace. Now, there's a whole bunch of different maces. Maces are like pretty much a baseball bat with like a metal fucking ball on top of it, right? The Morning Star Mace is a baseball bat with a metal ball, but spikes coming out of the metal ball.
So it's not the one where it's like a stick, chain, spiked metal ball. It's the stick?
The stick with the... Go ahead, Jeff. This is your thing.
Yeah. The thing you're asking about is technically, it's in the mace family. It's called a flail, though. It's the rope attached to the ball on the stick, right?
Okay.
That's what you're asking?
Yep.
Yeah. Mace is just the stick and like the ball at the end, which is a badass weapon. And like the cousin of that is a warhammer, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a fucking baseball bat with a hammer at the end of it. And that thing is gnarly too. But I went with the Morningstar Mace because I think it's the coolest versus the spear. Now, I kind of talked the 4 seeds of spear, definitely the weakest in this region. But I had the similar vibe with the spear as the bow staff, where it's like, all right, the spear is made out of wood. You chop that shit. What do you have? And it's like, well, if you're coming at someone and you try to block the sword with the spear, they cut the spear in half. Well, then you can just easily like take the fucking blade in and stab it if you're in close quarters. And
multifunctional.
Yeah, it's an infantry weapon for the most part, or maybe not. Maybe someone on the cavalry side of the war formation and on their horses. But
and also, if you pit the two of these against each other in actual combat, the spear's got really good reach.
Yeah. And
you got to get in close with that Morningstar Mace.
Yeah, but once you get in close with the Morningstar, the spear's useless.
Unless you did like the thing where you're holding it and you like push it two-handed and bonk them in the face with the stick.
Yeah. I don't think your everyday basic spearman in medieval armies was, versatile enough to do that.
Yeah, they're mostly just going forward with that spear and
they're the frontline employees. Yeah, they're the frontline workers.
But you could get a superstar with the spear, and that's what we're talking about. And spear is pretty much a javelin, so you can throw that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true. I think I've seen some Jackie Chan movies where he fights with a spear, and it's pretty fucking cool. He can do some cool shit.
Yeah, but in the situation where you're facing the guy at the mace, you might be like, you know what? I can throw the fuck out of the spear, and I'll take my one shot with that. And if I miss, like, hopefully my dagger wins. But fuck me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, all I'm trying to do here is keep this interesting. It's clearly the Morningstar Mace is the winner. You land a strike with that thing, and it's the most gruesome wound created out of pretty much any of these weapons. That's fucking cool. Like, it bashes your skull in while stabbing it a bunch of times. That's cool. It's objectively cool.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, you hit them in the leg. Like, you hit someone in the leg with a nunchuck, excuse me. Whatever. Like, you can power through that. You get hit at all with this Morningstar Mace, and your day is ruined.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Fucking done for.
Yeah.
So... All right, the 2 seed, War Scythe, which is
okay. Got to Google that.
It's like
why would you put that on versus something like a broadsword?
You didn't want to double up on katanas?
Yeah, I didn't want to double up on swords. I figure I'd just leave them to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle region, even though I did.
Okay.
Rope darts. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't think about it when I finalized this list, but that's pretty much a Mortal Kombat region thing, but whatever. You got to go with me here. So the War Scythe, which is pretty much like a Grim Reaper sickle, but, it doesn't have a long staff. It's just got a hand.
Yeah, it's like a spear with like a shortened crescent-shaped blade.
Yeah. Against a battle axe, which... could go in a few different directions. obviously a battle axe and then a hatchet, and there was another one that's in the battle axe family. But battle axe versus
Are we talking
the
a
war side.
double-sided battle axe? A blade
Yeah.
on each side?
Yeah. Should probably be the 2-seat, actually.
I mean,
But
aesthetically, way cooler looking.
I think they're kind of lame.
Battle axes?
Yeah, like I don't know why, but I prefer my battle axe to be more of a hatchet, like one of the throwing axes. Like I'd rather do battle with that than carry this big fucking thing.
You're worried about the weight.
Yeah, yeah. Like if I'm walking, because I mean, all these. If you're using one of these weapons, you're on foot, right? Like you're not.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, like if there comes a certain age in warfare where it's like, all right, we're no longer on foot and we're no longer using hand-to-hand weapons. We're using fucking firearms. So you're on your feet. You're walking around with a fucking battle axe. I think I'd prefer just to go hatchet, but I don't know. Maybe that wasn't my thinking. What are you guys picking here?
I'm taking the battle axe. It's my preferred. When I play games with weapons like that, like I said, I'm offensive. So I'm two-handed weapons that deal massive damage, but are not very good for movement.
Yeah, all I'm picturing here is that arcade game battle or Golden Axe, and playing as the dwarf with the big battle axe. That was fucking cool. Battle axes are sick.
I did play that game, and nice. That game was sick. All right, so battle axe advances. I'm kind of neutral on this battle, so that's cool. All right, moving down to the Mortal Kombat region. Hook swords is the 1 seed. That's Cabal's weapon, which is a little bit out of my Mortal Kombat, I don't know, wheelhouse. I didn't stick around I didn't get to play with Cabal much. Are you guys familiar with Cabal? You're at least aware of the hook swords.
Yep.
Homelander and Peacemaker are going to be playable characters in the new Mortal Kombat game, apparently.
No way. Yeah, they put out a trailer. They're rebooting Mortal Kombat, so then they put a trailer out, and it's like a cutscene, hyper realistic graphics. They go through all the characters, and then at the end of it, it is just the most fucking nasty, gory, buckets of blood fatalities. Like, I think at one point somebody's suspended in the air with their limbs outstretched, and somebody karate chops the top of the head, and that drives the head through the rest of the body, splitting it in half. Fucking vicious. It was such a cool trailer.
It's a new Mortal Kombat video game?
Yeah. Yeah, and it
Cheech
looks
loves
dope.
Mortal Kombat. I wonder if that's on his radar.
Yeah, I know Dom is a huge Mortal Kombat fan as well, so he's probably seen it and ejaculated many times to it.
I'm going to actually read you the product description of the hook swords. I found a website called TotalMartialArtsSupplies.com, and you can buy hook swords, combat steel tiger head hook swords for, guess how much? Guess how much it would cost to buy these fucking things?
$60?
Shuddy. Tiger
For a
head
pair of
hooks.
each
Comes
or
with
for the
two.
pair?
Comes with two.
$180.
It's actually down from $225 to $195. You could buy TotalMartialArtsSupplies.com Tiger Head hook swords. Double hooks are traditional northern kung fu weapons that have been gaining popularity. Not only are they granted great distinction because of their outlandish, though distinctly attractive appearance, but also because of their great inventiveness and utility. I think they're pretty
don't
cool.
think for $195 you're getting a quality forged weapon.
Yeah, no, probably not. That's fair. You're not getting one of those. What's the Kill Bill sword? The Hanzori sword?
Oh yeah, the Hanzo.
Isn't that what they're looking for?
Yeah, the Hanzo sword.
That's a katana, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So what's
All right,
this
so
next
hook
one?
Swords.
I
Hook
love that
swords-
Jeff is much better at making a distinction of what a katana is versus what's a mammal.
I know my weapons. Hook
fuck is
swords
a
are the
mammal?
ones. See, they're facing. I can't say this word, and I even tried. I Googled the word and added pronunciation to it, and then it sent me to like a fucking minute long video. And I tried to play the video. It had a commercial, and then by the time the commercial and 5 seconds into the video, I'm like, all right, fuck this. I don't even care. I'll just butcher it. Maka Chewy. Kevin, you see the bracket. Can you say that word?
What?
It's on the bottom right. Mortal Kombat region. Hook swords 1 seed, 4 seed. Maka Hachuli. I don't fucking know.
Corn,
Whatever. It's like a
maki
Mexican.
chew. Corn maki chew.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, dude. It's pretty much a Mexican or Aztec cricket bat wrapped in blades.
Yeah.
Kind of gnarly.
Shuddy, can you give me share permission?
I sure can.
Did you find the weapon?
I did. I got some pictures of it.
There you go.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the corn maki chew. So, yeah, it's basically a cricket bat with scales and shit. They don't look too bladey.
They are. I actually just read something about these. It's obsidian rock, which is extremely sharp on those outer edges.
Oh.
So these, according to Spanish conquistadors' accounts of their meetings with the Aztecs, these were sharp enough to cut off the heads of people and horses.
They're called
in one swipe.
They're called conquistadors, Shuddy.
Sorry, you're right.
It's a cool. I'm going to pick the upset. I think this thing is fucking cool.
Well, what are they going against?
Hook swords.
Yeah, I'm taking this over a hook sword.
Really?
I think these are more badass. I think if you're able to fucking annihilate somebody with a piece of wood with some stones in it, then you're the badass of the. I think the Makachohulu are the bracket busters.
Interesting. All right, I was gonna vote for the hook swords, but 2-1, the Makudi Hootie advances.
I didn't write down in my notes what Mortal Kombat character it was, so I had to go search it real quick. But it's Kotal Khan. Kotal Khan from Mortal Kombat 10.
Yep, that makes sense.
All right. The Makachuli advances. All right, so the 2 seed in this region is the Sun Moon Blades, which is who is that? Su Hao from Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance is his China sword. You might have to Google that one and throw it up on the shared screen.
Yeah,
Kevin.
I got you
And
right here.
3 seed is a South Indian hand blade called the Qatar that Rain from Mortal Kombat 11 use. These, now you're looking at the Sun Moon Blades, total of martialartssupplies.com. You can get them for $129. They are scary fucking things, dude.
Yeah.
So you can swipe with them, you can throw punches with them. I mean,
it's like super brass
damage
knuckles.
is plentiful. Yeah.
So they're two-handed. You hold one in each hand, and you get 5 blades each. So 10 total blades if you're double fisting. It's a lot of stabbing potential. How do you spell the other one, Jeff?
Katar.
Yep.
Sorry, Jeff.
All good. Which is, I guess it's an Indian like dagger, but it's kind of looks scary.
So you hold it like almost like Wolverine claws, like this.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a little bit like
a 3 seed because it's not as practical. Maybe not practical. It's not as it doesn't have as much utility. Like that Sun Moon Blades thing, there's so many different ways that thing could fuck you up.
But look at this. So you kind of hold him almost like Vega in Street Fighter, but it looks like the two prongs on the side of the handle go all the way to your shoulder. Right? Is that what I'm seeing?
It would go up to your elbow, I would think.
So it gives you like a little bit of reinforcement for when you're going in for the kill?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, these are kind of
And
neat.
the blade spreads.
And I know this is the corny way of saying it, but it's a scary looking weapon. Like, it really is.
I'm going with the Qatar.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I got to go with the Sun Moon blades. You put them in the right hands, I feel like you could see a cool looking display. Even if you're like if I was armed with those things and then a bunch of bad guys started attacking me, even if I got frightened, I could just like throw one and then run away and hope that it stabs somebody.
All right, yeah, you talked me into taking the Sun Moon blades as well. All right, cool. Let's go back over to the team. I'm sorry, Shuddy, what do you got?
Oh, just that since Kevin throws like a pussy, it's not going to do anything.
All right, then. We can throw one at you
perfect.
on YouTube.
What a perfect reason to interrupt me. Keep doing that. All right, back up to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle region. We're in the Elite Eight here. Katana versus the Nunchucks. I have the Katana as the 1 seed. I'm going to go with that because that sword is so fucking cool. But nothing looks cooler than someone who can use nunchucks. So if you're going to go with the 2 seed, I don't hate it. What are you thinking, Kevin?
This is probably the toughest decision for me. Like a samurai
Real
sword
Sophie's choice
versus nunchucks. They're both so fucking cool. I feel like, if you are a nasty swordsman and you're just like, and you do like a cool sword display, and then some guy steps up and he's a nunchuck master, and he's just like, which one is going to be cooler? The nunchuck might look cooler, but could a guy with a sword fuck up a nunchuck guy easier?
That's what I'm confused with too, actually. Like if the guy at the nunchucks wins, he probably feels like he has like a 10-pound dick. I mean, regardless, you're gonna feel pretty good if you win a weapons battle.
Well, Shuddy, are you just going with the katana and that just nukes whichever way I would go anyway, or are you nunchucks?
No, Leonardo has always been my favorite Ninja Turtle. I play even to this day almost exclusively with him on the games, including the Cowabunga collection that I have. I'm Katana Blades through and through. Leo's my dude.
All right. It doesn't even matter what I think. Katana's advance.
Down to the projectile regions, Ninja Stars versus Rope Darts. My Ninja Stars guy.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you can do some cool shit, but I feel like even if someone's far away and they're doing the lasso rodeo swinging of their rope dart, you just 3 quick Ninja Star throws, that dude's dropped.
Yeah, and you think like maybe they throw it, miss you, and then they're quick to yank it back. You can fucking grab the rope and then chop the rope with like maybe the Ninja Star or whatever blade you have, and then what are you gonna do, motherfucker?
I feel like I would cut my own
Never
hand if
mind.
I tried to do that.
Yeah, maybe that wouldn't even work out, but I don't know. It just feels like the rope darts is more of a commitment, where the Ninja Stars is just like a must have. Like everyone should. I kind of want to walk to the liquor store with my Ninja Stars. Shuddy, you're on board with the Ninja Stars?
Yeah, I'm on board with the Ninja Stars for sure.
Are you going with Battle Axe in the medieval times region over the 1-star Morning Star Mace?
Oof. That is a tough call because if I do in fantasy games, if I do use a shield, the other hand is usually a Morning Star because they pack a wallop.
Yeah, both are good for offense. We know you're more of an offensive guy.
I think I would have to go if we're put in a situation where I personally have to wield one over the other to defend myself. I'm going with the Morning Star for its agility over the Battle Axe.
Yeah, because what if you swing the battle axe at the wrong angle?
The
And
battle
you don't
axe
get a
will
clean
cleave
cut.
somebody in half, but it's going to take a hell of a wind up and a lot of time to get it around. And
Yeah, Morningstar
Uh,
Mace, even if your wrist isn't angled in the right direction, you're still doing so much fucking damage. Where if it's a battle axe, if you
you just
swing,
end up swatting them on the fanny.
yeah, you give them a little spanking, a little medieval spanking.
You even do maybe a spear motion with a Morningstar mace.
You could. So yeah, I think that just seals it. Morningstar Mace is cooler.
All right.
Cooler wounds.
The Corn Maki Chew versus the Sun Moon Blades.
Corn
I'm going with
Maki
the
Chew.
Corn Maki Chew.
I think I am too. After reading about it, it was just so fucking cool, dude. And allegedly, like, it really fucked up the Spanish conquistadors.
And you have to take into account that at the time, the conquistadors had gunpowder and guns, and they were scared of this.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like, horses got some thick ass fucking necks. If you decapitate a horse, whatever weapon you just use is legit.
For sure.
All right, Corn Maki Chew.
All right, swinging back over here to the final four first game, Katana versus Ninja Stars. This is just one of those situations where I want them both.
Yeah,
But
yeah, this is tough.
Generally, ninjas did carry both.
They did,
yeah,
but we can only choose one in the
I'm
spirit of
going
the game.
Katana.
I just believe in my ability to throw. I think I could kill Shuddy before he hits me with the katana. I'll put one of these fucking ninja stars right in between his eyes.
But what if
So
Shuddy
I'll go with the ninja
channels?
stars, and I'll force Kevin to be the swing vote here.
If Shuddy Boy channels his inner Leonardo, he could block a ninja star.
Yeah, but these are ninja stars. I get at least 3 of them. Come on. Is he gonna block all? Maybe. I mean, should he be fucking talented? That'd be talented.
No, I told you I'm not defensive minded. I would never be able to even block one.
It's true, Kevin. Do you think you could block my ninja stars with your katana? Or are we just gonna throw ninja stars at each other like pussies?
I think I might be able to like dink it, but it'll probably still pass through and stab me. I think I might go with ninja stars. I can't believe I'm doing it,
Oh,
but
baby.
fuck. Ninja stars, like I just get excited when I see them.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely the coolest.
They're fucking cool.
Well, maybe nunchucks, but they already got eliminated. All right, Ninja Stars making it to the final round. Morningstar Mace versus the Corn Makichua. After all this talking about the Corn Makichua, I think I'm on board with it making the finals.
So am I.
Wow. Okay. I was going to go with the mace, but Corn Maki Chew. Force of
Which
nature.
one
Versus
Let's hear it, at least. Maybe you can flip me. I didn't take my finger off the piece.
Just because, again, it's kind of foolproof, you know? Like, I know it's like if you're in a battle and you swing a Corn Maki Chew, the blade edge is gonna hit. But the Morningstar Mace, you need no accuracy. You can swing that fucking thing wildly and just do so much damage.
But that's my thought with the Makichu, because it's a cricket bat with all obsidian rocks around it.
Yeah, I mean that's
so you
it's
can hit
very
them on
formidable.
any side of it, as long as you're not hitting them with the handle and like you're fucking that person up. Whereas like if you can, I mean this would be risky, but if you get in on the mace, it can hit you with just the beam or the shaft part of it. It's just gonna fucking hurt. But as long as you don't get the spikes in you, you know, you can make it out from that little battle. Whereas
I wonder
if
how
someone-
strong they are though. Like these obsidian blades. Like if they clashed and met in the middle, like a sword fight, is a Morningstar Mace blowing some of those chunks off?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, they got to be durable. They do pass through a horse's neck bone. And a human's. That's cool. But are they durable? Morningstar Mace is just full-on fucking steel.
I would say no. I would say that the stones need to be replaced after every battle, every fight.
You only murder one horse and one person at a time. I'm still going with the corn Makichu.
Fair
Making
enough.
the
So am I.
finals.
Fair enough.
All right, Ninja Stars or Makichu?
I mean, I'm Maki Chu, so this is up to you guys.
I'm Ninja Stars. They're
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna go
versatile.
Ninja Stars too.
They're versatile.
Yeah, dude. You can conceal them pretty easily. I feel like you can travel with them. Just hide them in the luggage. You can't travel with a Makichu.
No.
TSA would snatch that shit up, make you throw it out. It'd be annoying.
Oh no, not my Makichu.
I always travel with my Makichu. How fuck? Come on.
That's my emotional support Makichu. You can't take that.
Man, I knew I should have signed up for pre-TSA.
Well, I think what we've managed to do here is just reinforce the beliefs that we all had as 10-year-olds. Ninja Stars are fucking cool.
Dude.
I didn't know that was ever up for debate.
I mean, we did
I didn't know
learn
there
about
was
the
a population, a cross section of the population that didn't think Ninja Stars were fucking amazingly cool.
I don't know. And I mean, we did learn a new thing. We discovered the Corn Makichu weapon. It is very cool and scary and formidable, be you human or horse. But I don't know, man. Looks like it could be heavy. I got fucking weak noodle arms. I can flick my wrist and throw a goddamn ninja star right in your forehead and puncture your brain. Make you piss yourself and you'll just twitch out and die.
Dude, at totalmartialartsupplies.com, you can buy a pro dragon throwing star, which has 8 prongs on it for $3.50.
I mean, the value.
I'll buy 5 of them right now.
Yeah. Where is their brick and mortar located? Let's go. Let's meet there.
Like, dude, a coffee is $5. I can get a Ninja Star for $3.50.
Yeah.
What? I'd be stupid not to take that deal.
Yeah. And speaking of deals you'd be stupid not to take, $5 can also get you into the entry-level MSPH Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We do an extra bonus podcast every week after this one. And coming to the $5 tier later this week, Season 3 of Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition.
Oh, I was wondering, do we always put that on the $5 tier? How does that work?
Yeah, always been on the $5 tier. So
I know you've already thought about this, and I'm just reminding you, but the subtitle of this Master Chef season is United Taste of America. So I feel like we should be Crafter Jeff United
Gapes?
Taints of America? No?
I like
Taints? I thought you would love that. I don't know, my
it.
bad.
United Taints of America? That is funny.
United Taints of America.
Taints are funny. I picture Gordon
is a good
Ramsay
word.
tongue darting one. I need a little bit more of salt.
You gotta season your taint.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've done 2 seasons already. Stoked to finally get Season 3 going. It's on the $5 tier. And I know, like, you know, once you get behind the paywall and people discover all the other additional shows we do and have done, everybody's got their favorites, but a lot of people seem to think Crafter Jeff Shuddy Edition is the best MSPH offering. So,
I mean, Jeff really shines through during Crafter Jeff.
yeah. I mean, Jeff's Food Chub score rating as he picks apart every food and then every dish cooked and finds silly ways to shade them because, like, I don't know, they put a raisin in it and Jeff hates raisins. Something stupid like that.
Mayonnaise. I won't eat that.
Oh, fucking gross. Yeah, Jeff is completely unpredictable on the way his Food Chub score is going to go, but it is a fucking delight. It's one of the most fun things to do as well. So check it
I know.
out.
I'm excited to get back to doing it.
Me
what
too.
I'm not excited for is a series that is void of drama.
Well, who knows? Maybe we'll get some fireworks this season. Who knows?
United Taints of America.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think should we pick our when
You okay,
we
Shuddy?
record? Should we? Yeah, I'm. We should as we pick our winners. Also, we should try and suss out who's going to be the Alejandro / Tommy of the season.
Yeah, who gets the
Of the finalists?
Who gets the Suba prize?
Yeah.
First one eliminated. They have one every, even Next Level Chef. They had that. Just had a couple of just
Yeah.
dudes who stood no fucking chance.
If it's a reality competition show, you need a Jar Jar Binks.
But what I will say about about Next Level Chef, Chris was the perfect villain for this season. He was such a douchebag.
Oh yeah, that guy sucked.
And the fact that he was around for as long as he was, like, gave you somebody to hate all season long.
He just kept saying, like, he doesn't know what he's going to do, but it's going to be awesome. And it rarely ever was.
And then, of course, the $10 tier, which has all the other shows, tons and tons of shit. So patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, if you wouldn't mind, please and thank you. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
I'm at Jeffrey_Clark on Twitter. Follow me there. I'm allowed back on.
And at MSPH Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark. If you want to get some betting advice, check that podcast out.
Betting advice you need. Gonna hit up the Charles Schwab Challenge this week, even though I stay away from my golf stuff. It's been a dark season.
Yeah, hell of a salesman there, Jeff.
Well, I have good rationale behind my bet, so if you want to hear my process, still you can get some value out of that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody, thank you so much for listening. But until next time, something